All right, people, I'm going to show you another double whammy win for Tesla. Now, we've had back-to-back wins, but this is on top of the back-to-back wins. This is the double whammy win, that started on January the 6th here, okay? So here it is. Tesla keeps showing the power, and it's also set up in a powerful way, making Apple, Tesla, Google a strong focus for more gains. Okay, so we were focusing on these, okay? And of course, Apple and Tesla have been the best. I've been saying this in December, all through December, right into January. And of course, these were the two best performing stocks in the entire market, in large cap, especially the large cap. Now, that being said, let me click into the charts over here. And here's what I said on January the 6th. This is based on the close. Tesla is set up to test 470 to 480 from here, as this stock remains strong. The January 10 460 calls can be used. Tesla needs to break above 456 on some volume and power. Good volume is 600K on 10. Okay, so as you can see, on January the 6th, Tesla closed at $451.54. And right over here, the January 10, the 460 calls, the closing price was $489, okay, per option, okay? So now that we see the options where they were, now of course we paid more for that on confirmation, correct? So let's go and see confirmation. We'll see, we're going to be talking about this plan, and then we're going to talk about the second win, which is the 500 calls. But right now we're going to be talking about these 460 calls. Okay, so now I'm going to close this up over here. So here are some of the things I said in the group here, January 7th. Tesla, people, is on fire. It is going to confirm with extra power confirmation. Starts at 456. The way Tesla is acting, it would not surprise me that it would hit those 480 targets by Friday or before then. The shorts are being squeezed like lemons, and the charts and volume patterns are suggesting that. That's what I'm trying to say. For Tesla, is so in favor as it is the most bullish in history, and I consider it a super chart now that forecasts Tesla 600 to 650 easy within a few months. It could be better faster than that, right? But of course, as the new info comes in, I can make adjustments. This is what I was saying January 7th, by the way, people. So I prepared my group very well. Along we did some Costco trades and stuff like that. Now, give me a second here. All right, so you saw that the options were $487. Well, we had to pay for the January Tesla confirming with the January 10 420 calls at $900 per option. That's what it cost for confirmation. And you had to take the trade. Like, if you don't take action, right? If you're an afraid trader and you don't want to take action and you don't understand my system and rules, well, then you can't make the dollar bills with skills, right? So there's the confirmation. But let's look at the outcome of this, though, okay? So, again, I prepare my group for success. So here you can see me saying Tesla can be whippy, but the pivot we want to stay above is 452. Basically, people, people, I'm explaining the facts. I manage things inside the group, support, why we should hold, you know, where we should put our stops, and so on and so forth. So I don't want to go into too many details or the videos become too long. There's a lot of great information I have to share here. So here's another thing I said. So for Tesla, they need to pop it over 463 to get this moving again, because we were in net. And I also explained that this stock can move 20 to 25. I mean, Tesla has been acting perfectly, following my rules. And again, with the right mindset, understanding of adaptive thinking and understanding how to catch things properly, like I've been doing year after year, month after month, so on and so forth, in stocks like Tesla and Apple, you were able to make amazing gains with the right mindset and skill. You have to know all these combinations. Anyways, that being said, here's some more things I said over here. With the Tesla, the shorts are in trouble and the odds are stacked for us massively with a lot of key info charts. Explain. Keep in mind, this is a 3-year breakout, and so the move so far is really nothing. So basically, people, I am preparing my group. I am explaining to my group why I'm so bullish. And of course, I'm so massively correct, the big picture. It's not funny. All right, now. Look what I said. Dumb, big money getting squeezed like a fat lemon in Tesla. You understand my point, people? And that's why we're making the dollar bills with skills. Got the power to trade leader here, people. Then here, on this January 7th, Tesla starting to break out now over 263 area. Tesla doing well. It looks easy for our Tesla to test 480, and we have the time, a lot of time. This is January 7th, okay? So even on January 7th, Tesla was moving great. So Tesla, we hit one of our targets as Tesla is at 470. But our options are at 1425. If we want 100%, we need 477 to 480 for Tesla. So I'm telling people, that's just our goals. And Tesla's following the rules. We must get those gains. Here you see we are up $600 on options, about 65% so far. But I think we can get 100% easy right now. Tesla is at 471.32. At one point, options hit $1,500. Okay, now. All right, so on January 8th, Tesla up nicely, people, for our another win. Tesla is at 475 pre-market, so it should be close to hitting 100% gain. We were already at 100% gains on January the 8th pre-market as we were holding Tesla. There was a bit of a scare on January 7th after hours, but it didn't affect Tesla. In the morning, Tesla was already up and jumping and popping. Right? So Tesla, our options are up 99% as Tesla is at 475. And so if Tesla takes off 478 today, Tesla could reach 485 today easy. And that's what happened. So for Tesla, you can put stops at, so what happened is, okay, so Tesla can put self, okay. So I'm explaining what to do. Give me a sec here, people. So January, Tesla building well. We should get that afternoon pop again as long as our stops hold. The odds favor we cash out on some strong gains. Okay, so here I go. Okay, I just sold 50% of my Tesla at 1850 on that pop for our January 10 460 calls. Over 100% gains in Tesla, hit over 477. We can move stops to 14 on our runners, okay? So that's what we did. So then for Tesla, the January, we moved our stops to 16 on our runners. Our goal is to sell 24, and that's what we, 24, 25. So let's see where we sold this again at. I'm gonna go up here, give me 1 second, people. So here it is. For Tesla, the January 10 460 calls, we can move our stops to 18 on our runners. Okay. Now the calls are at 2285. Now this was January the 8th, people, right? Today is January 14th. We had another winner. I'm going to discuss that well. This is going to be a little bit of a long video, but a lot of power. This is a double whammy win on top of double whammy wins in Tesla. I'm going to link the videos, of course, people. So you can see that these Tesla 460 calls, they hit 26. We moved our stops to 26, hit 28, 27, 29. You follow, people? 32, 30, they hit 34. See? For January, just press pause and read if you don't understand. But basically, our stops are at 32 as Tesla calls hit 34 on January 8th. So here we are stopped out at 31 for our January 10 460 calls. Tesla did hit a high of 493.60 and the options hit 34.24. So on our runners, we sold at $3,100. Okay, now that was for one of the options now, okay? So I just went over all that information. Give me a second here. So here's some of the gifts I got for Tesla on January 8th. We have Ash with $1,290, people. Press pause and read what was said over here, people. This was just for Tesla. She sent me this gift, people. You understand me? You understand? So let me close that over here. And Carlos here with $479. Let me close that over here. Wing over here. Okay, people. Freeland, 419. So I've been getting a lot of gifts, people. It goes on and on. Theodore, 249. What else over here? $300. Vivian here, a new member here, $300. She just started with me a few days. Already sent me gifts because of the great plans. All right, people. So give me a second here. And then people, I want to show you Dexter. Now Dexter sent me $1,872. Now this is a long-term member who's been in my group for many years and has done very well. And the reason why the gifts get bigger from people that do very well is that because they're making a lot more money, right, with my help. Anyways, people, that's another story. You know, on January 9th, Ash again with 1,327. These are for the Apple ones. You know what? I'm not going to go on. Listen, I can go on and on and on the gifts, but let's go to the next Tesla plan. All right, people. So, all right. So this is the plan that I posted on January the 12th. Okay. Tesla, people remains a strong focus. We waited for confirmation, and now we have a low risk, higher setup here than we had 2 days ago. This has been a super winner, people. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click into this plan. This is the double whammy I'm talking about, okay? So Tesla is set up to test 520 to 530 from here, which will give me more key facts where we can hit for earnings. Tesla needs to break over 486 on some strong volume, which is now 500K or higher within a 5-minute candle. Well, we had to pay even higher than this, okay, people? But I want to show you something here. So on the January the 10th, this is the January 12th that I posted there, was based on the January the 10th close because that's probably a Friday. And the January 17th, the January 17, 20 calls, the 2020 calls, 500 calls. As you can see here where the arrows are pointing, were $555 per option, okay? $555 per option, you can see, and that is the arrow showing you January the 10th, and that is the closing price. So let's go to the confirmation, people, what was said. Press pause and pay attention, people, pay attention. So these are some of the notes I said in my group. Tesla also looks to confirm my plan already, so I want to add that we break above 490 instead, as Tesla has other higher break points. So basically, Lois Lowen said we had to buy this over 490 from where it closed on January the 10th over there, okay? And I told people, Tesla is a stock that can move 20 to 25 points in a day now. Even more in a day if it wants to. It is following my rules perfectly, which means we have a huge advantage over everyone else. Money, money, money is all we have been making from my plans in a strong manner, people. So on that day, Tesla confirmed you had to get right in at $1,100 per option. Tesla confirming with the January 17, 500. I had a buy stops set in that were triggered. My buy stops were like at 10. What the default does is if it triggers higher than 10, it puts you in like a market order. Okay, I used a buy stop because of the power Tesla was showing, and I filled at $1,100 per option. Now, Tesla did chop around a bit, and it was possible to buy those Tesla calls, people. So Tesla buying it at 13 to 14 is fine, because what it did was pull back. So it went up, the options hit about 1,600, 1,700, but it pulled back to the $13 area. It actually went a little bit below that. So if you weren't ready to take action, I should say, you could have bought them as low as 13. You may say, wow, $1,300, but wait till you see the outcome of where these options went, though. Now, today, which is January the 14th. Now, we bought them yesterday, okay? And so let me show you some more information here. Of course, I said with Tesla, the odds of hitting 530 this week are very high. So here on January 13th, you can see our comments. Our January 17, 1430 calls are hitting 1885 now, as Tesla is at 509.50. Some nice gains again. How will we look to sell 50% at 100% gains at 2100? Now, I actually was able to sell around 2200. Let's go see that. 50, half of the position. That's not where I sold them, not the runners. Wait till I show you what I sold today the runners at. So here it is, January. Okay, Tesla has now hit 2200 on the January 17, 500 calls. I have 100% gains now, so I sold 50%, just another win from your leader. Okay, so I got about 2170, so it's over 100%, okay? And we were holding the runners. Now our options at 2450. And so that was it for January. We held our runners on January the 17th. I don't want to go into too many more details because it's too long, the video. So what you see here now, 12 hours, is because today is January the 14th. I'm making this video around 12:17 p.m. And of course the market is closed now, but 12 hours ago, this was zooming up. Tesla was zooming up pre-market. So our options were already hitting above $4,500 per option, okay? What did I say that here? Now give me a second. So right here you could see, as it opened, then I said put stops at 40, then 42. So we got stopped out at $4,200 on the runners for our January 17th 500 call. So whether you bought them at $1,100 per option like I did, or $1,300 per option, this was another massive win, back to back to back. Now I want to show you some great gifts before I go into show you the outcome, final outcome on the charts. Okay, so we're going to go to some quick ones here. January 13th, Bruce, a member in my group, sent me $600. So I want you to press pause, people, and read what he said, okay? Because this is what I do for my group. I mean, nobody has the skills that I do. Nobody has the skills that I do. All right, now, let me close that up. Vivian, again, a new member. This was for Google L, right? This is not Tesla, but this is just us. So that was $512. And let's go to Dexter. Let's go quickly to Dexter here. And you can see this is another 1,002. I mean, I've been getting a great gains. I want to show you the last one. I want to show you again is Ash. Okay, now Ash has been, who studies my work, and does so well. She sends me great gifts only because she really takes my word to heart. So you can see here 23 hours ago, because this was where I got this other guest. So Ash has sent another gift for Tesla people. So far in January, she has sent 4.2K gifts. You heard that right, $4,200 in gifts. That's her. Everybody's different. That's just what she's done, right? Because she's been killing it, following my advice. Okay, and I'm gonna click over here, and you can see this was just for Tesla. She sent me so many other gifts, right? But I can't keep going on. But people, I want you to read. Press pause, read what she said over here, people. Read. All right? Press pause, read it. All right, people, I'm in a snapshot of the charts on January 3rd around before 10 a.m. And you can see that these options, okay, because this went higher. See the candle was up. This is when it pulled back, and the price over here, let me move over here, shows that it was 446 at the time. Now these options, you can see these options fluctuated, but basically you could see they were at $2,700 per option. Excuse me, $2,700 per option. So that was for January the 3rd, and again, that's for greater than 100% gains, as you can see. So I'm going to close this up here. We're going to go now to today's January the 14th, where we hit. Today I'm going to show you that snapshot. All right, so this is January the 14th at around, I took a snapshot at 3:36 p.m. Now these options hit as high as $4,800 per option. Again, these are the ones, the 500 calls. See the arrows, the January 500 calls, January 17 500 calls. So we won with the January 10, 460 calls, and then of course we did with the 500 calls for the double whammy win. Now, these are runners where I sold at 4,200. These went much higher, at highest $4,800 per option. But that's not what we got. But it remained, it fluctuated, and even around 3:36 p.m., the options were above where I sold them at, which were amazing, a feat at $4,200 per option. So there you have, people, again, where the arrows are. So take a look over there, press pause. Again, this is for January the 14th. And you can look at your charts, the highs and all that stuff. But I mean, Tesla did amazingly well on January the 14th, people. All right, people, welcome to Power Trigger Trade. Confirmation is key. This is the Twitter. Right over here is a pinned tweet. It explains how to become a member inside of Power Group Trades. So you see that video, and it explains how to become a member inside of Power Group Trades. And over here is my link to my YouTube channel. Let's go over to my YouTube channel. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades. I do live stream on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Canada, okay? So I usually do them, but you can find out if I'm doing them by subscribing to my Twitter feed. And of course, my created playlist, A Wealth of Information, you should study that as well. At the end of the video, you're going to see a picture of me in a circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. I look forward to helping you succeed inside my group, Power Group Trades. Study my YouTube channel for more great information. And don't forget to like the video!
Power target trade. Power trigger trade.